Now we're going to run through a very simple warm-up, and you can use the same kind of moves as your cool down as well, just by doing more dynamic moves, stretching rather than holding them still. We'll start with a little bit of marching. The idea here is we want to get our body temperature up somewhat, so we're not stretching cold muscles, especially if it's early in the morning. Okay, so we're just marching, nice and simple, don't get simpler than this. And then we're going to do a little bit of running in the spot. Now if you look at my feet, they're not really leaving the ground that much. Again, I'm on a mat here which has got pretty good purchase of the ground. I guess you'll have to do your own health and safety, make sure you're not going to slip or anything. So again, my knees are to the front to start with. I'm taking this time to breathe steadily as well. Okay, now if we can, I'm going to put my hands behind me and do a couple of butt kickers, or whatever you want to call them. Knees down, heels up. There's a slightly different dynamic. And then we'll go back to the front, again for 10 or 15 seconds. Feet might be coming slightly higher off the ground now, so you feel yourself warm up a little bit. And the last one, we're going to do a couple of skiers, so just from side to side. Again, we're trying to go nice and light on our toes here. And this really wakes up the calves, gets your legs ready for action. Okay, that my body temperature up somewhat. We're going to start from the top. I'm going to have my ear to shoulder. Big deep breath, and we're just rolling our head. One way and the other. We always only go to the front rather than all the way around, because you get a couple of wee nerves and things like that, the back of your neck, which can be uncomfortable if you try and go all the way around. And we'll look from side to sides as well. I keep the fingers pointed towards the ground here because we want to relax the shoulders. The shoulders will get stretched in a wee minute. It's just the neck we're doing. This is where we hold a lot of our stress and tension in our neck, and we'll look up and down as well. A lot of trainers ignore it, so we don't want to. I want to make sure it's included. Okay, for shoulders now, we're going to roll shoulders forward. Just keep your arms straight and by your side. Rolling shoulders forward one direction, big old range, or as big a range of motion as you can for this move. And we'll roll them back the other way as well. Okay, now we're going to do a few huggers back and forward, one arm above the other, and then switching around. We'll keep them roughly lower than shoulder height here, it's a bit more comfortable. And again, just relaxing. This is like a 2-for-1 stretch. We get chest and back and shoulders, I guess, stretched as well. Okay, now what we're going to do here is put one arm forward, and we'll put that across our body and just pull slightly across and down. Just make sure you get a lovely stretch in the back of the arms. Now just make sure we do get good stretches here. It's quite easy to go through the motions with stretches. So we do want to make sure the muscle we're trying to stretch is being stretched. So let's go for triceps now. Almost like I'm about to scratch the middle of my back, and a gentle pull across. In fact, we can lean down as well, get a little oblique stretch too. Big deep breath. Now make sure you feel that in the back of the arms. If you don't, you can close the angle down a little, or you can move your elbow back away from your head. And back up to the top. Now we're going to do a gentle pull in the hands. Please don't overdo it here, you could hurt your wrist a wee bit. So gentle pull in the hand, just to get the forearms and the biceps loosened off. And because we've got two arms, we're going to do the other side. Arm in front of you, across our body with a gentle pull across and down. Gentle, emphasis on, thumb down, because that accentuates the stretch, very important. And then again, upper triceps, gentle pull across. And since I did it the first side, I'm going to lean over just a little bit, get the obliques too. And then back to the top, and gentle pull on the hand again, not overdoing it. Right, we'll shake that out. We'll do one or two more huggers. I've done them already, I realise. Now we're going to go for torso rotations. So from the front, we're going to twist to the side, but I'm lifting this heel up That takes the pressure off of knees and ankles and hips and lower back and all these things we want to keep fit and healthy forever. The fountain of youth. So just a few of them. You choose your range of motion here. It's the warm up, so don't overdo it. Or cool down if you're using this these series of stretches of cool down at the end of the workout. Cool downs are very important, by the way. Don't discount that. You end up tweaking muscles if you don't cool down properly. Okay, now I'm going to do little circles with my knees here. If you want to hold on to something, you can do. We'll just circle out and back in. This is to get the hip flexors and the abductors and the adductors loosened off. And back in. That's one on each side. 2. We're going to do 3, by the way. And 2, out, and back in. Last one on each side. Out, back in. And the others out and back in. Well done. We'll shake that off. I kind of wish I hadn't worn white socks now. Okay, we're going to get the front of this called the quads. So if we can, again, you can hold on to something if you want. We'll hold just above the ankle. Stand up nice and straight. Knees next to each other, heel to backside. A couple of big deep breaths, standing tall. So try and keep nice and straight like this. Try not to bend around to the side. Another big deep breath, and we'll shake out that side. We've got 2 legs. Again, hold on to something if you need to. Stand up nice and tall, pushing the hips out. And that's that as well. Right, back of the legs, and then we're ready for work. So we'll just stretch up, and we'll lean all the way forward, and you're just going to hang. Just the weight of your head, stretching the back of your legs safely. Feel that in the calves, and the hamstrings, and the glutes, and the lower back. Just take a couple of big, deep yoga style breaths. Now, very important, before we stand up, bend your knees first. Shoulders back, and that just protects your lower back. That's us. Now, I always like to do a couple of ankle rotations. So just do ankle rotations one way, and then the other. And the other ankle, other foot, other leg, one way, and the other. All right, we can shake that out. And then that is you warmed up, guys. You're ready for your workout now, which I'm going to be going over a full run through in a little while. You'll have a link to click there. As I said, without the running in the spot, you can do the same kind of stretches as your cool down. So please never miss a warm up, never miss a cool down. For the sake of an extra few minutes, it's worth it. It'll keep you healthy forever. Thanks for watching.